What up, gang? It's your boy ZaZa back with another banger. Hey, look, I've been getting a video request to talk about white label brands. White label brands. We talk about pollen chuckers, we talk about this, we talk about that. Let's talk about white labels, what it means for us as consumers, and how to avoid and make sure we can recognize white label brands from far, far away, man. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Get
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the
Young
lawnmower.
brother Harry, he ain't smoked the sour. Should've been a hippie, should've been a shower. Bread with no dread, black cop, who ya?
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.
All right, so when we think in terms of white label brands, as soon as you thought that the pollen chucker was the worst of the worst, now you get to meet the white label brand. And I have to say, pollen chuckers, yes. What makes them a pollen chucker is they're here just to profit, right? They don't recognize the hard work that needs to be put in to stabilize traits or to create an inbred line, right? They don't appreciate the time that it takes, right? And they only focus on one thing, and that's making money. One thing I will say about the pollen chucker, the least they can do is put 1 + 1 together to equal 2, right? At least they do the outcross, the initial outcross, right? Even if they just matchmaking, bringing mommy and daddy together for a good short time and then moving on to the next couple. A white label brand doesn't even do that. A perfect example of a white label brand would be me sending you a couple packs of my dead ops, right? Instead of you doing your thing with it, right? You decide to take it right out the pack. As soon as you get it, throw it into a different branded pack with a different name under a different strain, and then you go to profit off of that. So that truly is probably the worst of the worst when it comes to what we do in our community, because it's deceitful, you know. It's pretty much fraud, man, you know. So how do we stay away from them? How do we recognize them in order to stay away from them? First and foremost, background check, right? Do your research. Ask around, talk to the people, ask qualifying questions, just like we would any so-called breeder, seed bank, whatever it is. If we want to make a good, educated decision, we need to ask good, educated questions. And you know, it's no different when it comes to these white label brands. You're like, well, ZaZa, how do we even know it's a white label brand to begin with? Because that background check, that information of saying, hey, yeah, I've dealt with this person and this is my experience. You know, speak about lineage, ancestry, things that are really important when we know we're talking about inbred lines. White label brand is usually going to show inconsistency, right? We know that in order to work an inbred line, it's going to take a long time, many years in some cases. So you typically are dealing with the same strain, unfortunately. But we're not in this game to make a ton of money or get rich. We're not in this game to become collectors of a whole bunch of different strains that we so-called created. We came in this game to enhance, develop, and provide quality strains for the people, right? Whether that's now or in the future. So when we think in terms of white label brands, they're not going to be consistent. They're not going to have a good background check come back. You can make the best educated decision by just doing your research, man. And the same goes for white label brands. Pretty much scammers, man. Scammers of the community. So beware. Do your research. Ask around. Do your due diligence. And make sure that if you are dealing with someone, that you can ensure that it's not just some white label packs that you're getting. You might as well just get it from the creator himself, right? The breeder themselves. So shout out to y'all, man. Much love. If you appreciate the content I put out, comment, like, and subscribe. I think we only got half people subscribing. So if you are one of those recurrent viewers that have not subscribed yet, do me that justice. Go ahead and subscribe, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. Much love to y'all, man. I appreciate all the support. And new videos coming soon. We'll be doing a video with some new resources for you guys to dive into. Shout out to the Amiibo sisters, one of my favorite resources. So I think our next video, we're going to go into some reactions of the Amiibo sisters and some of their content when it comes to reproduction, man. So other than that, make sure you visit AC Infinity. Use code Team ZaZa at checkout for a discount. Shout out to AC Infinity. I was invited to the Growers Gauntlet. I was not able to make it, unfortunately. Flight was canceled last minute, but much love to everybody who made it out there to the Growers Gauntlet in Cali. Make sure you visit AC Infinity. Get some of the best grow coming in the land. And make sure you join ZaZagenetics.com. If you haven't become a member, stay tuned for all that we have in store for the future. The discount is still permanent, so grab you some good foundation gear and get started for your inbred line as we prepare to start selecting. Other than that, join the Discord if you have any questions, if you want to catch up with the gang, and if you want to learn in some of the classes we have coming up. Make sure you follow the Twitch, ZaZa_genetics. We got some gaming coming up with Team ZaZa Gaming. Other than that, man, let me know what you want to see next in the comments. Put it in the comments, man, because it helps out with the algorithm. Much love, much respect, gang. I hope this video helped out. And if not, we'll catch you on the next one until we meet again. Kick out!